Hi guys, Jason and Nicole here on the Udderfarm. We're actually on the trial property this morning. The topic of today will be natural fly control. As we know, summer's come on, or coming on. The flies are starting to really get bad on our cattle. So it's really starting to annoy them actually. So we've been looking up solutions to control these flies, and we don't want to be using chemicals on the cattle because predominantly we're trying to reduce the amount of chemicals on our cattle. That way it's not passing through their manure or their urine back into the ground and killing the biology in the soil. So we've been hunting around, and it's very limited natural controls you can buy at the shop. So we've done a lot of research, and what we found is a lot of people have been making up their own ingredients and their own natural remedies. So we're going to give them a run today. So this is the application of a process that we've been searching online, and we'll do a follow-up video to show you the success of this natural ingredients and spray once we've given it a couple of weeks trial. So there's a couple of different ingredients we want to trial, so we'll give you an update later on the track. But today, the one we're using today, guys, is what it is I'll run through the ingredients and the percentages while I go. So we're using a litre of water, H2O. We're using a litre of white vinegar. You also can use apple cider vinegar, but we've only got this here at the moment. It's Sunday, so we can't get to town. Olive oil, dishwashing liquid, a natural. We use Earth Choice because we're on a farm. We use that for our septic system, so we're not killing the biology in the septic tank. So we reckon that's going to work, because it's got to be, if it's not killing the biology in the tank, it should be good for the ground as well. And essential oils, guys. When it comes to the essential oils, the research we've shown is the most popular ones that we found are tea tree oil, eucalyptus oil, citronella oil, lemongrass, and cedar oil. When it comes to the percentages, I've already spoken about the water. The dishwashing liquid, that acts as a wetting agent. See, what a wetting agent does is it breaks the surface velocity of the water. So with the wetting agent, instead of having like a drop would be sharp, a wetting agent then smooths that drop out and makes it flow. So that's a wetting agent to make it flow through not only the applicator but across the cow as well. So that's just a squirt. With the oils, it says 120 drops for the mixture we're using. What we done is we weren't going to sit there and do 120 drops. It's an easy way. So we Google online, 120 drops is equal to 6 ml. So we got 6 ml of tea tree oil in this, and 5 tablespoons of olive oil in the mix. And when it comes to the oil, guys, that's all we got, because we haven't had a chance to go to town on a Sunday. But what we're going to do is, if this works or shows good sign of working, we're going to mix those other 5 oils, essential oils that I said. We're going to evenly distribute those across the 120 drops, so we got a mixture of everything in there. So now we've mixed it, guys. This is just a spray bottle we use for spraying our fruit trees. We just make sure it's thoroughly rinsed out. So we'll head down there now and we'll show you the flies on the cattle, and then we'll start applying. What we plan doing is walking around the herd. Well, the herd meaning we've only got 4 cattle on this 2 acres. The rest are out the bigger property on the other farm. So we'll try this, and we realise that this isn't going to be an effective control when we go to the other farm on 74 acres, because we're going to have like 20 or 30 head of cattle. We can't be walking around spraying this on 20 or 30 head of cattle, but it's relief for us now on the trial property. What we plan to do is, I'm in the process of building a mineral feeder now. It's a free choice mineral feeder, and some of those selective minerals which I'm putting inside that feeder is specifically for fly control. We realise it won't kill the flies, but what it does, it repels the fly. So rather the fly land on the animal itself, the odour it emits out of the animal is enough to repel the flies, and that's what we're after, guys. It's a repellent, not a control to kill. So what we plan to do on the other farm is, when we get these mineral feeders done, that'll control the flies. This is just a temporary fix on this trial property at the moment to alleviate rather than use chemicals. So without further ado, guys, we'll head down to the cows now and we'll give you a look. Righto, guys, we're in the cell now with the cows. Perfect opportunity. Bub's having a feed off Mum, and as you can see, I'll get Nicole to scan across these cows. The amount of flies that are on them. annoying the shit out of them. So what we're going to do is now's the perfect opportunity to apply it while they're busy feeding. So I'll get up and start the application. As you can see guys, I've actually sprayed them now. On Min here, she was loaded with flies. If you have a closer look on her, there's not much there at all, but if you have a look at a leg, right there, that's where obviously I haven't sprayed. Check out the flies. I'm not sure if it's going to show up any guys, but that leg, the bottom leg is black with flies. Obviously there's no oil on there at all. So, but the rest of the body, especially a head and a body here, had flies galore, but you can see on the lower sections where I haven't sprayed, flies. And if you have a closer look where they've been biting, it's actually bare skin, so we know it's a pretty bad situation. So I'm glad we actually have found this remediation, even though it's only small temporary relief on a small amount of animals. It can't be done on massive grazing infrastructure with, you know, 3,000-4,000 head of cattle, but it works here. So righto guys, as you notice, I've just finished the spraying on these cattle now. At a glance, there's nowhere near amount of flies on these cattle now, so it's a positive sign for the initial spray guys, but we'll come back this afternoon and we've got to move in the paddock anyway, so we'll have another look and we'll give you an updated video on the successfulness of this. And like I said, we'll trial a few more concoctions of natural oils in here, and we'll get back to you the success. There's more flies on me now than there are on the cattle because I haven't sprayed myself. So righto guys, on that note, have a good morning, have a great evening and a terrific afternoon guys, wherever you're watching this from, and we'll catch you later.